Welcome back to the Vessel and Voice podcast. I'm your host, Kim Charlson. And in today's episode, we're sharing our final message from Monty in this series. So let's get into it. If you've been listening for the last 4 weeks, you have done a lot of changing to your energy. So I first want to congratulate you for sticking with it. I know it can be very difficult, even though these messages are very short. They are very jam-packed with different ways of being, thinking, moving throughout the world. And last week definitely was a message that hits home for many of us of understanding that there are parts of ourselves that we don't really quite like. And that has to do with our relationship with external energies. So this week, Monty will be guiding us through a self-acceptance of really coming to terms with the more that we accept ourselves, the more easily we can interface with external energies. And that is often the cause of why we take external energies and make them into our state of being. If you would like to purchase the meditation that goes with these weekly messages, you can find a link in the show notes below. And that meditation is available for you to listen to and to use. Thank you again so much for joining us over this last 5 weeks. I know that these messages are really transformative if you show up to the work. So thank you so much for being here. So let's move on to Monty, and I will see you in the next episode. As you have been interfacing with the different parts of you over the last week that are holding on to externalized energies that you actually don't desire, creating a state of being that you don't wish to be, you may have noticed that as you have done this, a lot of grief and hurt has risen to the surface. A lot of negative thoughts may now be present with you that you may have been struggling with over the previous week. That is normal. And what we wish for you to know is that as you are moving through this process of learning to love all the different parts of you that have attached themselves to externalized energies in a way to protect you, it is important for you to understand that they have also been holding on to a lot of negative energies, low vibrational energies that you have tried to avoid. Now, as they have been holding on to externalized energies that were energies you found undesirable, beneath that were energies that you also created within yourself and that part of who you are that are energies that are difficult to deal with, that are energies of your own creation. Rather than the externalized energy that has become internalized, there are internal energies of part of who you are that you find difficult. And so it is time for you to allow these energies to be experienced. This is the most difficult step of this process and requires an astute understanding of what you yourself can handle. Now, what we would say is that you can handle more than what you think you can. It is important, though, that you allow yourself to be supported throughout this work, allowing yourself to tap back into the energy of your soul, the infinite supportive energy that you have within you. That every single time one of these difficult thoughts or emotions comes up as you are working with the different parts that have internalized external energies, that you allow yourself to take this difficult energy and give it to the energy of your soul, to allow your soul to take this energy and to process it, to transmute it into something that you find more desirable. This is how you are the point of transformation. The way that you love, forgive, and transform yourself is by allowing your soul to do the work of transformation, to be that point of transformation. It is important for you to understand that being that point of transformation is something that your soul does rather than you do actively, because your soul, in its infinite abundance of energy and its infinite flow connected to source and all that is, it can take these difficult energies and transmute them much more readily and knows how because it has worked with all of these energies before. Versus you trying to process and intentionally of your own transmute these energies, you will find it is a much more difficult process. So, allowing yourself to offer up these energies to your soul will train you as well in how to work with these externalized energies that are more difficult. Because when you have that undesirable energy that is external from you and you bring it in to collaborate, you and your own energy in this particular manifestation, in your intentions, not supplied by your soul, but just you as you are, have difficulty interacting with that undesirable energy. It is difficult for you because you have so much resistance to it. Yet your soul, in its infinite wisdom, is not resistant to any energy that is present in your life, any energy that you interact with. And so your soul can take in that energy and work with it. Now, it is important to understand your soul is not quite actually taking in the energy, though it may feel that way to you. It is interfacing with that energy and collaborating with it. Now, for the desirable energies, it is a bit different. Those are energies that you can feel as though you can interface with. And that is how you can increase your energetic capacity and learn to work with energy in a much easier fashion. But for those energies that are undesirable, those difficult energies that you don't know what to do with, your soul knows what to do with them. So as you move through this week and you feel those emotions come up, those difficult things, those parts of you that have been holding on to those undesirable externalized energies and created a state of being that you don't want, bring your soul in. Allow the energy of your soul to process through these energies, and you will feel within yourself an increased lightness and increased transmutation of these energies. This is one of the most difficult stages of your progress, so give yourself time. This is something that you will be repeating for an eon that goes well beyond this particular lifetime. We send you great love, and as always, if you ever need support in this endeavor, please call upon your spirit team. That is what they are there for. That is all.